God. Hello.
Hello there. I'm Thunderbird Prime, Master of VTuber, and this is part 2 of the PC building stream. The cute bunny beside me is Sora Jiki Hazare. He's
Authorize.
He's making sure I don't burn anything down or brick anything or just break anything in general.
I'm just here to chew on the cables.
That's more help than most I've gotten. Anyways, yes, this is my first time ever building a PC. All things considered, it's going pretty well. Also, hello Cronus, hello Opobo, hello Ajin, hello Sora.
Hi.
Okay, let's see.
Oh wait, that's me.
Yeah, it's you, alright. Of course, sometimes my voice will fade in and out as I move around the streaming room, trying to figure out what to show. Alright, so, if we can, like... Yeah, okay, maybe I should, like... Bring this arm down a little bit so I can just fuddle around with it. So let's see. Can we turn this light on? I'm pretty sure we can. Woo! That's a little too bright. All right, so this is one of those PC cases where the power supply goes up top.
Like Xenia and James Bond 007 GoldenEye.
This big honking thing you see here is the CPU cooler. So, you know, the motherboard is installed, the CPU is installed, the CPU cooler is installed, the RAM's installed. You know, I should probably, now that you're joining me, Sora, I should probably share the screen with you so you know what the hell I'm doing. Let me just go into our...
Well, so, funny story. It's actually higher quality on Twitch than it is in Discord.
Oh, okay.
It's
Never
just
mind
delayed.
then. It's just delayed. Okay. Hello, Prisma. Yes, the PC building is going well? Question mark? I think it is. All right, so
I think so.
We have the RAM installed. We put the SSDs in. That was a little finicky, but we managed. This giant honking thing is it's a 5070 graphics card. In terms of the power supply, we have it plugged into the motherboard. I suppose next is the graphics card. Okay, let's figure out which one of these wires is responsible. I see
Graphics card?
Yeah, I see a plug.
Man,
here.
you schedule a whole stream to plug in your graphics card? That's it? Damn.
I mean, there's other wires I gotta connect to, like the chassis fans in the front. I need to find the wire to connect that. These power cables up here, I need to know what they're doing. I see some loose wires on the other side of the case, and I need to figure out what the hell those do.
Some of them might just be fans.
Okay, well, 3 of the fans are plugged into the motherboard right now, but the 2 in the front are not accounted for yet.
They're just gonna find out where their wires are.
Yeah, that's the plan. All right, the graphics card here. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. A 12 pinner. That's 10. That's 10. Okay, I don't think this wire is no good. These ones 10 pin head, unless it's supposed to be. No, that's 14. 10 plus 4 is 14. These are the drivers. These are kind of useless. I think these are also drivers, as in hard drives. 4 and
Yeah, they'll have like old hard drive cables for like the old rotating ones.
Wait. 600 watts.
Those aren't Yeah, those are GPU cables.
These are GPU cables? Okay, that's what we're looking for.
I believe so. Try putting one in.
Let's see. Alright, this time I have the good sense to turn on the AC. So it's having a bit of an effect in my streaming room, but remember, it's like closed off. Maybe better if I open the door later. So okay, so good news. It goes in. The wire goes
Good
in.
news, everyone. You're all fire.
What? Okay. I think someone was mentioning last stream that like the 5070 would require like 2 of these wires. And I'm trying to see if there's another
Well, they
plug.
couldn't remember if it was.
Okay. Maybe if I look on the box. Let's see. DisplayPort, HDMI. Not that I can tell. Alright, so let's thread this through the funky little grate. And keep it focused on the PC, but not too high. I don't want I don't want an accidental face reveal. Yeah. Okay. Tighten it up.
So that's the 12 volt cable you plugged in, right?
12 volt. Hopefully it says somewhere. 600 watt. 600 watt. Oh, 600 watt. Yeah. I will check the other cables, but I don't see any other cables. I think these are the only cables left.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to find pictures.
Well, these are the only other wires.
Which is hard to do.
CPU, P8. Cord management looking perfect. Thanks, Prisma. Most of the cord management was already done by the PC case, so I can't take all the credit. I wish I could, but I can't. Alright. Yeah, these wires are 600 watts. If I put my hand behind it, it'll focus more. So I don't know how much that translates into voltage. Or even if it does. Maybe if I like grab the box that the power supply came in, it'll have some kind of booklet, but it doesn't. Or maybe it did and I threw away the book somewhere in this gigantic mess. You know, it's entirely possible that the book exists, but it's... Oh, there it is. Alright, the Deep Dark Power 13. Alright, let's see. Does it come with any pictures, please? Listen, this is something I would probably read if I wanted to fall asleep fast. Let's see. Safety instructions, compatibility. Install power supply, remove the old one. Yeah, well, there was no old one. We don't have to worry about. How's the PC building? Well, I think we're almost done. It's just we have to plug in the graphics card, figure out where to plug in the front fan chassis, figure out what other these other loose wires are supposed to do. Let's see. Power supply, yep. 24 pin connector.
Yeah, it looks like it's just one 12-pin connector.
Well, yeah, it's 12. Okay.
And does the other end of it fit into the GPU slot on the power supply?
We're about to find out. Okay. Let's figure out. Does this plug in? Alright. Yes, I'm wearing my Aki Rosenthal good boy and bad boy rubber bracelets that I got from fellow Rose Tai at last year's Hollow Fest. Let's see here. Okay. Maybe it would probably help if I went around, undid this cable management Velcro strap, kind of joined it together. Okay, let's see. Figure out which one of these plugs into 600 watts. That's probably the right one. Okay. Yeah, it clicked in, so I assume. Okay, let's give it some slack. We're not cutting it some slack, we were giving it some slack. So there's a little bit of wiggle room just in case. I need to adjust this later on. And make sure the frickin' Velcro strap doesn't come loose, because that would be bad. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Okay. So it's just one cable. Okay, so these hard drive cables, useless. These other hard drive cables, also useless. We can put them over somewhere else.
Well, hey now, you never know when you're gonna need them, okay?
That's why I'm putting them aside and not throwing them out outright. Okay. What are these VGA2 cables for? And also these CPU cables, but
Auxiliary things that might need power.
okay. Because I see CPU 1, P4, CPU 2, P8, blah blah blah, blah blah.
I mean, the other thing is you can also plug them into the power supply and just leave them up top because there's room up there, you know?
Okay.
If you don't want to lose them.
That's true. You know what? I'll probably do that. Just leave them there just in case. Like, if there's nothing on the other side, if it's not plugged into anything else, then it's not going to drain any power, right? I sure hope not.
Wait, actually no, don't do that, because I just thought, yeah, they might still be live, though.
Okay. Mission aborted. I'm trying to keep up with chat, too. The GPU is, let's see, Asus Tough Gaming GeForce RTX 5070. Yeah, it's so honkin' big that like the PC case came with like this little doohickey that acts as like structural support for this massive graphics card. You can kind of see it if I go underneath, but the cable is Okay, that's probably a bad feed. Let me see if I... Yeah, this little thing, and then you see underneath, it's like a little nub thing holding it up. I don't know how structurally sound that is, but hey.
Sometimes it just needs a little bit more than what it has.
Yes, this graphics card is an absolute chunky beast. Let's see. Alright, I guess we'll just put these cables away for now. Alright. Now, next up, figuring out where these two front chassis fans, where are they? Where's that wire supposed to be that I plug into the motherboard? Because I know I'm supposed to plug it into the motherboard. But the question is...
You might have to follow it down the side into the back panel. Because that's normally what will happen, is that they'll run it down to the back panel and then like snake it back in through one of the gaskets and then onto the motherboard to like keep everything on the back panel.
If this diagram would just focus, that blue number 5 chassis fan, because we have 3 plugins for the motherboard at the bottom for the chassis fans, and then one up top. So we gotta have one of them. Otherwise, they're just gonna be sitting there gathering dust for no apparent reason. Okay, I think I found the wire. It's in a zip tie. So let's undo that zip tie. Okay, let's see. Straighten it out. Get those weirdo kinks and knots out of the way. Will we have enough clearance or enough slack to get this through? I sure hope so. Because if we don't, that'll kind of suck. Okay. Alright. I have the plug. Alright, it's supposed to go in the first of the 4. And, it's supposed to get in upside down and inside out. Alright. Front chassis fans are now plugged into the motherboard. I sure hope this one wire accounts for 2 of these, because the 3 fans at the bottom, if I just count 3 fans at the bottom here, each had their own cable. So I don't know.
And they'll probably daisy chain into each other to plug into one spot.
Oh, as I was just saying that, I found the second wire. The second wire that I'm supposed to plug into the motherboard. It was hiding in the cluster of other wires that have been like Velcro tied together. It was being a little sneaky boy. And now I have to snake that through here. And hopefully there's still enough room for me to plug it in. It's gonna be a little bit difficult. Especially when guys can't even see it because there's not enough clearance here. And the lighting is kind of questionable.
It happens.
So yeah, we have like 2 chassis fans plugged at the top, as well as the 2 like CPU cooler fans also plugged into the top. Well, it says, let's see, CPU fan, CPU OPT, which I think stands for optional, AIO pump. I'm not.
You don't have an
AIO
AIO pump.
Yeah, I don't have an AIO pump, so I'm not going to worry about that. And there's this like little nub that says start. I don't know if I'm actually supposed to press it. My gamer instincts tell me to press it. Hi, Lucy. Nice to see you. We are slowly uncovering the mysteries of this structural torrent case. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you for the follow. Alright. Okay. Let's figure out where these go. Okay, so let's see. We have... I wish I could pull this closer, but the clearance of the wire is a little... Alright. I mean, we could just bring in... If we can't bring the camera closer, we'll just move in... We'll move in the tower itself, so we have a little bit more clearance. Okay, so we have at the top here. Let's see, we have headphone jack, mic jack, USB 3.0, USB 3.0, power button, USB Type-C, and
all useless but the power button. I mean, that's my opinion, but
yeah. So I'm following the wires with my hand down to the side. One of them leads to...
You might want to move back a bit.
Oh, I see. Alright, so... Maybe you can help me identify what this cable plug thing is. I'm being very careful. Please don't trip over the wire. Please don't trip over. There we go. That thing. What the hell is this? This thing. And all the things that go with it. I feel like they're supposed to plug in somewhere.
Yeah, I believe that's the cable for your front panel stuff.
Oh.
So like the power button and all those little bits and pieces are for like you'll plug that in. That main brick there will power like the USBs. The little bits are all like the LED lights for like the on and off buttons and stuff like that.
Okay,
So
which ones are actually important?
I mean, the main one, the big sack,
This
like the
one
big
that I'm holding?
pin one. Yeah, that one.
Okay, where do I plug that in? The motherboard or
Into the motherboard. Yeah, there should be a spot on the motherboard for it.
Okay. Let's refer to the map guide, see where the hell I'm supposed to plug in. And in the first place, where do I just...
No,
stick it out?
figures. I swear to God, I have figures. I mean, what?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Nanoa figures, yeah. Wow, it's almost like I like Nanoa or something. Who would have thought?
Not me.
Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out, like, okay. I don't see where it's supposed to go. Because it's like, how many pins is that? It's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 pins? Okay. Ow. Now, where on this diagram is there a 20 pin insert?
Normally it's in like the middle right hand side of the motherboard.
Oh, I think I see it.
Yeah, so you can like
Number
snake
6.
it through the back and then like bend it around and in.
Yep, number 6.
Yeah, see it's right there. I think it's the yellow one there by your thumb.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it's green, but Yeah.
Oh. Looks yellow to me.
Yeah.
I also have this blown out blurred thing, so.
Yeah, I'm looking on the screen too, and yeah, it does look kind of yellow. Okay. So we do have to untie that. Ow. Oh.
Hopefully everything's already plugged in on the other end, but normally they're soldered in. So.
Alright, so undo this one.
And then all the other cables normally plug into little pins in and around there or on the bottom of the motherboard normally.
Okay. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Well, that's the power supply. Wait, the number 6, that's where the power supply is. Shit. That's gonna be a problem. Unless it's the little thing underneath it.
What?
Like, like the 20 pin one that was on number 6 on the diagram, that's for the power supply.
Oh, then it's probably the one under it.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. I just wish I could operate this camera a little bit better.
Need 3 hands. Maybe 4 hands.
Oh well.
Sometimes they also plug into the bottom, because I know my old motherboard, it plugged in on the bottom.
Oh boy. Maybe I should have done that before the big honkin' graphics card. Huh.
Well, no, because the bottom of the motherboard is below the graphics card.
Okay. I'm gonna grab my phone, turn on the flashlight mode, see if I can do anything, see anything. Yeah, I'm not seeing any 20 pinners at the bottom, so I don't think that's that. So I do think it's this thing. Okay, well, I just have to figure out the orientation. Ah. Oh, hi, Dimmy! Thank you for the raid, Dimmy. Welcome, Raiders. I'm Thunderbird Prime, Master of VTuber, and I am butt fumbling around building a new PC, and I think it's going pretty well so far, all things considered. Sora's here with me, make sure I don't fuck up anything too bad. It's kind of hard to tell with all the wires in the way, but I think... yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you didn't, like, fall asleep midstream. That's good to hear. That's good to see. You raiding into me is proof of that, but that also means now I'm watching myself.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I mean, for purely selfish reasons, I want to be watching other channels so I can collect channel points.
Man, somebody outside is listening to Don't Stop Believing.
Which one is that?
It's
like,
really, really hard to not sing with it.
is that the...
Don't stop believing.
Okay, we gotta stop
Yeah.
there before we get to UCA.
Hold on to that feeling.
Alright. So yeah, also, I had the sense to like stop by Harvey's on the way home and get some food to eat before stream. Last night, all I had was like a bowl of cereal and maybe an ice cream sandwich. Maybe. I can't remember. Alright, now I'm trying to figure out like what are all these other plugs for, because I do want to use like the front 3 USB and let's see what I wish I could tell which wire goes for what, but that would require a lot of looking around, blah blah blah. Let's see, maybe if I follow with my finger, okay, maybe not. Alright, maybe if I sneak it through here, or stick it through here. No. Alright. Alright. Sora, can you identify what this would be? What wire would this be for? I'm trying to rotate it around a little bit, trying to get to not be blurred.
I have no fucking idea. I've never seen that in my life.
Alright, if I keep pulling on it, which of these wires? Man, I can't tell what's what. I wonder if anyone in chat can identify this. I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Yeah, neither have I. Was it already built into the case?
It was built into the case. It was bundled with the power button wire that we just plugged in. It was. I'm wondering if it's a
US. I'm wondering if it's for the USB-C slots.
I feel like it would be, and I'm currently consulting the diagram to see where the hell I'm supposed to plug that in. Oh,
well,
right above the power thing over here. Okay, that answers my question. Well, one of my questions. The other question is, what the hell is this for? And your guess is USB-C on the front.
Yeah, because it's a higher rate of transfer for like data. So, and I don't really, like, my case didn't have USB-C slots on it, so that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Alright. Do we have enough clearance for this deal? We do. Is it oriented the correct way, though? I don't know. Well, let's try it this way first. See if that works. No, that looks like it's struggling again. Okay, flip it around. Okay, that slides in. Hopefully... Hopefully he's actually plugged in and I'm not fooling myself into thinking it's plugged in. It's still kind of wiggly though, so... There we go. Now it feels a lot more secure. I was just afraid of exerting too much force and accidentally bending the pins or something. I'm always afraid of that. Like exerting too much force and like bending the pins wrong way and just ruining it forever. Am I justified in having that fear, or am I just blowing it out of proportion?
No, I think it's a very justifiable fear. It also disappears after you built so many, because you kind of get the feel of like how much force is required, right?
Hopefully, when I get more accustomed to building PCs, that fear will also dissipate in my head. Okay, let's see. How many more things do we have to plug in? It looks like quite a bit. Has same fear. Okay. Universal fear. No fear, no pain. Alright, let's see. This one's like a 6 and a 3? HD audio.
Well, I mean, that explains what that is.
Yeah. Finally, a wire that actually explains what the hell it is. Now where... Now I gotta find the one that's like... funky looking. Oh, it's all the way at the bottom. Okay. Front panel audio? What do you mean, front panel audio? Don't I have, like, speakers that I plug in, or am I...
No, I think it's for the headphone jack at the front.
Okay. That would make more sense. Okay, let's... just snip it through. I see a little thing near the chassis fan that I'm supposed to plug it in. Okay. Like, I wish I could, like, show it off better with this camera, but unfortunately, we are limited by actual physical limitations in the equipment we're using. Okay, HD audio, okay. Time to grab my phone. Oh wait, did I turn on the... Yeah, I did turn it off, okay. 43% battery on my phone, but fuck it, we ball. Okay. This is one of the things like, oh, I wish we probably should have plugged this in before the graphics card. Very little... Ballin'! Yes, we are ballin'. Fuck it, we ball. Welcome Timeline Nan and Raiders. I'm Thunderbird Prime, Master of VTuber, and
Hello. Struggling.
We might be regretting past actions.
Nah, it's fine.
But then I remember I am fueled with the indomitable human spirit, and then I required to say, fuck it, we ball. That's kind of how my stream ended. Hopefully that's not how my stream ends as well. Okay, that means, once again, I'm watching myself on another window. Okay, that means, let's see. Gotta find someone else's channel to lurk in now.
You just gotta get used to it.
Yeah, I do. You don't win, you just do a little better each time. Alright, let's see. So we know the phrase, fuck it, we ball. But then, we also know the phrase, ball is life. So, if ball equals life, then fuck it, we ball means fuck it, we live. And I think that's beautiful.
There's a roundabout way.
Yeah, well, the mathematician part of me says, like, oh, if this equals this, then we can replace this with that in this other thing. As you can probably tell, I use a lot of math in my day job. Okay, this is gonna be tough. One of the times I kind of regret having big manly hands. Ah. Alright, what if we... Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Pins go this way. Alright, hold up the words HD audio facing up. Oh, your stream ended with Reds. Oh, that's no good. Yeah, this is definitely one of the things I wish I plugged in before putting in the big honkin' graphic card, but we'll try to figure it out.
I mean, you can always pull it out.
I mean, I could, but it's always one of those things. It's like I'm always afraid of like the pins not being aligned correctly, and then the support thing has to be readjusted, and I'm afraid of losing the screw for that again. Like I had to dig in and recover that screw after I ended stream last night. Thank goodness I got it back. I don't know what I do. That screw was just lost forever. I'd probably be kicking myself, if we're being perfectly honest.
Well, at least you know where it is at all times.
It's like, I know the general area of where it is, I just don't know where specifically it is. That's kind of the problem. I think it's plugged in. That's as plugged in as it's going to be. I mean, if I pull on it lightly, it's not coming out. Whew.
I mean, there you go.
There we go. Okay, let's see what other things we have to snake around and plug in. Let's see. This weird 4-pin thing, but it's actually 3 pins. It's like one, a
Jump! Authorize.
And let me just check. Oh, hi Dora. Doragon Kaiser. Dora Kaiser for short. Okay, let's snake that through. Figure out where this thingamabob goes. Okay, it's another thing I gotta plug in under the graphics card. Great! Thanks, I hate it. Like, it's just one of those things like, I could just leave it alone. But I feel like it's one of those things I'm gonna have to take care of sooner or later.
Unfortunately.
So, might as well do it now when I actually have the time and the audience. I just don't know if I have enough clearance with the wire. Perhaps I have to pull it out from, there we go. Yeah, I don't know if we have like actual clearance. Is there another place we plug it in? Because I see 1, 2. Wait. Hold on a second.
Holding?
Alright, a second has passed. You can let go of that second.
Okay,
just
good.
notice there is another weirdo 211 pluggy thingy near the top where the start button is, so hey, maybe we can do that instead. Maybe we can do this instead. Just make sure, okay. So it's 2 and 1. Okay. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? There's my phone. Flash! Let there be light! And so there was light. Alright. Yep, that's in. Okay. Okay. Next. Let's see. We have a wire that splits into 3. One with a 2-pin, one with a 1-pin, and another with a 1-pin. I'm consulting the diagram on the motherboard. See, where the fuck am I supposed to put these? I have no idea where the fuck I'm supposed to put these. That's great. Oh, front panel. That's probably where I put it. Alright, how many front panel things am I supposed to put in there? Let's see. 2, 2. Well, front panel has 9, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 1. I have a 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay, I guess? No. Oh. Okay, let's see. I also see a thing with T. System, okay. Okay, let's. What the hell? I think we lost one. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's see. Reset switch, power switch, power LED, power LED. Huh. Well, at least these ones are labeled as well. Power LED plus minus. I just wish. I wish these things were just labeled a little more clearly. But alas.
Legolas.
Legolas. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Let's. So we have the front panel audio plugged in. Front panel USB 5. Okay. Everything that's number 7. Connect everything to the motherboard. Okay. Connect cables from the power supply unit. What the hell? Oh, into the hard drive, but that looks like the old style hard drives. Okay. according to this diagram, from left to right. From left to right is pin 1, power LED minus. But I have power LED minus and plus. Where does the plus one go? Shit. Come on, focus. Focus!
No, never. You can't make me.
Looks like...
Yeah, so normally that stack is on the right side, like bottom right,
Yep. Yeah.
around there.
I see it. It's just I'm just making sure.
And yes, it's
right order.
every single card's or every single piece is going to be a pain in the ass because of how small they are.
I'm just so power, the 2-1 power goes across the it goes on the top of 3rd and 4th column. Okay. Power LED minus goes in column 1. But where does power LED plus go? This book doesn't tell me. Maybe I should check if there's any other wires I need to plug in before going willy-nilly on this. Because I will go willy-nilly on this. Okay, let's see. Alright, we have a weird fork and a teeth thing. Let's see. Okay, so I know where I'm supposed to plug in power switch and reset switch. However, I don't know where I'm supposed to plug in power LED plus and minus, which are the tiny ones. Because the book says it's like, oh, they'll be 2-pinners like the others. They're not.
Then you're probably looking at the wrong one. So normally those ones plug into the bottom somewhere.
Yeah. And I found the places where I plug into the bottom.
Okay.
And I have power and reset are the 2 big ones on the top that I'm holding up.
Mm-hmm.
And in the diagram for the motherboard, yep, it's like, yeah, power button goes like horizontally, so it covers the top of columns 3 and 4, and the reset goes into the bottoms of columns 3 and 4. So that kind of makes sense to me. But then it's like the diagram's like power LED minus, which I have, but they don't have power LED plus. But instead they have HDD LED minus.
I mean, they're just power pins. I don't think it's gonna matter too much. It might,
hope
but I
not.
doubt it.
All right, let's get plugging in these ones. I don't know what to do with the other ones. I'll figure it out. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a pain in the ass to do. Gotta lean up my phone the correct way. Okay. You know, at this point, I might as well just take out the graphics card because there's not enough clearance for my arms and hands. Okay, well, come on. Magnets. The power of magnetic screwdrivers. If a screw drops in a crevice, I can just use the magnetic one. Just like, hey, come here, come here. Be a good boy, get over here. Alright, so I'm gonna have to unplug this. Unplug. Pull out. Okay. Put it somewhere relatively safe. Alright. This bracket fell off. Guess this wasn't secure after all. Whoopsie. Okay. Now that's taken care of. Alright, now I have significantly more clearance room to do this bullshit. Hooray! Set up the phone, make sure, okay, reset switch, bottom of 3 and 4, okay, phone, get out of the way please, okay, there we go, 3, 4, plug in, power switch, plug into the top here. Power LED minus. We'll just do minus on the top of column 1. And plus bottom of column 1. I sure hope that's correct. Fuck, wires in the way. Ta-da! Ta-da! Maybe I should open the door a little bit. Yep, I can feel the temperature get a little bit better already. Okay. Alright, time to do some more camera maneuvering. Hopefully. Okay. Any idea what the hell this is supposed to be?
Hard drives.
Okay, I can leave that alone.
Like old style SATA hard drives.
Okay, I can leave that alone then. No need to fuck around with that, because I am not in the mood to find out. Well, that's the one thing you just leave on the side. And I guess we can take out these twist ties. Now that these wires are accounted for, we can take out these twist ties for future use. Whatever that future use may be, I don't know what, I don't know when. But I'm going to assume it's going to be a surprise tool we can use for later.
It could even be a boat.
It's like a boat is a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat. It's like, no, I just want the boat. Okay. Just hydrate a bit. Okay. Now that all those pins are plugged in, there doesn't seem to be anything else I need to fuddle around with. We can put the graphics card back in. Let's just take some room, get our pins in order, get my phone out of the way, maybe put it back on its charging station. It's down to 40%. Probably turn this off. Way too bright. Maybe not bright enough. Shit. Oh well. Yada yada yada. Let there be light. Alright, so just plug that in there. Line up the pins again. Adjust the nub thing so it's actually supporting the graphics card, because If it doesn't, well, that just defeats the whole purpose, doesn't it? Just in and out. Because this supporting bracket thing just will not stay the hell put. Which is, you know, kind of pivotal for something like this. Stay put. I wonder what it is. Always so much. Adjust this webcam. Okay, that seems a little more secure. Okay, stretch out. Make sure. Yeah. Can't believe I was just on my feet for like a whole 5 hours last night. My legs were so tired. All right.
Probably a good workout.
Yeah. Which is, you know, something I need to maintain. Especially since I think antidepressants make you gain weight.
Well, it's not that they make you gain weight. It's that they generally make you eat more.
Oh.
Right?
Okay. Because I do remember
but when
that
they say
part.
things make you gain weight, it's more like you have like more hunger.
Okay, because like.
And it's not all of them, and your mileage may vary, right?
Because that was something I remember hearing about from BoJack Horseman, so I was questioning the validity of that. Because, you know, it's a cartoon. I wasn't sure if that was actually true. If taking antidepressants would result in gaining weight. But if it leads to a bigger appetite, which would in turn make you eat more, which in turn would make you gain weight, then yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. Which screws are for the back panel and which screws are for these little things. Okay, let's compare sizes. Okay, looks like these two for the back panel. Use these two. For this thing, okay. Slide this back in and screw it back in. just for cleanliness and aesthetic sake.
Mm-hmm.
This time, I do believe I'm using the right screw, because I do notice that 2 of the screws are slightly bigger than the other 3, which I'm going to assume that's because those 2 bigger screws are for where I unscrewed the back panel to take off the top part to put in the power supply. Now I gotta screw these back in. One for the plate that I took out unnecessarily, and then the other 2 screws are to secure the graphics card to a degree. Like those 2 screws along with that little GPU support arm thing that I had to install that came with the tower. Thank goodness.
Yeah, well, I mean, when they started including them, it's like, ooh.
It's like, oh, they know. They know this was going to be a problem. And they came up with a solution? Not sure if it's the solution, but it's a solution. Time will tell if it's an effective solution. In case you people in the chat are wondering what the hell I'm doing, I'm currently re-tightening some screws that I had to take out in order to fit the graphics card in. So now it will help secure it to the case a little bit more than it was. Yeah, I had to take out like 2 of these grates to fit in the graphics card. Which, you know, considering how much of a chonker this thing is, makes sense. I'm surprised it didn't take up 3 grates. Alright. That's about as tight as I can get it. I don't know if I want to make it any tighter. I can plug this back in. Let's see here. Yep, click in. That nub thing is staying in place mostly, I hope. Hopefully it stays in place when I turn this thing right side up again. That's plugged in, the chassis fans are plugged in at the bottom, the chassis fan in the front is plugged in, graphics card, power switch, reset switch, audio, graphics card, motherboard, SSDs, CPU cooler, power supply. You know what? Hopefully, I think we've accounted for all the loose ends we found tonight. There's a bunch of cleanup I need to do, but I think we're done, and I'll try to give this a whirl for Tuesday, which is the day I have off. I don't want to go testing everything all willy-nilly and trying to transfer everything over when I still have a watch-along stream tomorrow and Infinite Wealth on Monday. But because we're finished Tales of Berseria last week, we're taking a little bit of break for the rest of June on Tuesdays. So, as far as I know, my Tuesdays will be completely free. Except for, the occasional, doctor's appointments or other things I schedule on my days off. Because despite being a VTuber, I'm also a responsible adult.
I like how you added the question mark.
I mean, being a VTuber by default puts that of responsible adult into question.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay. Well, when I test this out on Tuesday, hopefully nothing short circuits, nothing catches on fire, nothing just does not work. Fingers crossed.
I mean, realistically, if you go to power it on and it doesn't go into BIOS, then you know something isn't plugged in properly.
Okay. Well, speaking of which, this
Right.
giant power cable that goes into the back of the power supply, I'll probably should plug that in, make sure that's accounted for. Let's see here. And both sides of the both side panels that I took off, they're both made of tempered glass, so you can look into this thing from either side. And I was like, you know what? I was planning on let's kind of personalize this. Let's get some, what are they called, vinyl stickers to put on the sides on those tempered glass panels. And let's see, would it be a good idea to show glass panels? Probably not. Let me just give them a look. See. Alright. Let's move the camera a bit. Move the arm a little bit there. I mean, is anyone really a responsible adult? Good question, Fire. I mean, I work.
I'm sure there's
full-time
one
job.
out there.
I work a full-time job. I'm mostly responsible with my finances. Alright, so this is like what one of the side panels looks like. I'm being very careful not to show off too much, but it's these things are like really easy to just pop off. You just pull on this part here, just pop, it comes off. So that wasn't a hassle, and I'm saying that with 100% sincerity. It was not a hassle to take off at all. Alright, let's see. So, again, this is the top panel that I had to remove to fit in the power supply unit. Now that we're done putting in the power supply unit, now that we're done fixing up all the cables and stuff, I need to figure out. Okay. I had to let it slide down a bit before I could pop it back into place. And now I need to screw in those things. Screw in these things back together. These screws that fasten the top panel into place. And get to screw them back in. I am checking, and yes, the power supply unit is still switched to off. That's probably for the best. As for what kind of vinyl stickers I was planning to put on those side panels, I'm probably gonna take like that art I commissioned from Onika that I did for the last Movember marathon, the StarCraft one, and I have like the big like Marine and Ghost combo on one side, and then the pinup illustration on the other side. I have to remember which of these panels go on which side. I think, yeah, the flippy part that you take off. Oh, there we go. Yep, very easy to pop out and pop back in. I'm just... Yeah, when I'm looking at the panel, the glass panel I just popped in, yeah, it's really reflective. Yeah, I'm not going to show that. I'm not going to do that on camera. Yeah. I mean...
You just spray paint it black. It's fine.
But it ruins the aesthetic.
Just get a new aesthetic.
Tempered glass spooks me, to be honest. Too many horror stories I've heard about it shattering. Well, if it does shatter, it is what it is. Yeah. Hopefully these like side panels are easily replaceable, and if they're not, well, shit. That's why I bought like a new table to set this giant PC tower on by itself. Okay, maybe not by itself. It's gonna be mostly the tower, and then probably the cable modem, the router, maybe a power bar or two for all the plugs. That's it, because like the current setup is like the modem, the router, and all the power bars are like underneath the desk. There's like kind of like a smallish platform. I think one side is where your tower is supposed to be, but there wasn't enough room. But it's also a footrest too, so I just put all the stuff there. It's getting kind of dusty, so
time
to
dust.
Yeah. I mean, well, hopefully I can deliver some good news to all of you on Tuesday when I start completely reorganizing my streaming room again.
And transfer everything over to that?
Yeah. And it's also a question of like how much do I need to transfer if I am in fact going for a 2 PC setup for the new rig? Like, how much do I transfer over? How much I can keep?
It all depends on what you want to do, right? If you're gonna do 2 PC, you got to get a second Steam account with VTube Studio on it, right? Because the second PC is gonna run VTube Studio. It's gonna run OBS. It's gonna run anything else it might need for the stream. So
Okay.
like stream avatars, redeem stuff.
When you're saying second PC, are you referring to the PC we just built, or the current PC
No, the old
I'm
one.
using? Okay.
Current PC you're using. Right?
Oh, hey, thank you for the raid. Let me read that name. Runt Channel. Okay. Is this a Zaku? You know,
Hey,
if you squint really hard, it might just be. But hello.
It also
thank you,
could
Runt
be-
Channel, for
it
the
also-
raid. I'm Thunderbird Prime, Master of VTuber, and we are currently just doing the finishing touches of this new PC. Sora has been a great help making sure I don't fuck anything up.
hi.
Hello.
But also, it could be Runt Chan. It might not be Channel.
It could be Runt Chan.
CH
but-
could also be Chan.
Yeah. But I'm just going through like my own thing. It's like I used to go. My screen name used to be Thunderbird Prime CH, and CH was channel. So I'm just going through that assumption. Alright, so we have one.
I mean, you're probably right.
It's just a shot in the dark. I mean, a well-educated shot in the dark, but a shot in the dark nonetheless.
True.
Alright, so. Yep. I guess the next step is like, you know, besides testing out this rig on Tuesday when I have free time, probably find a place that does like custom vinyl sticker prints. I mean, I think I found some, but like currently that's on my phone and my phone is charging because it's at like 40%. And I never bothered checking it on my. I never bothered checking again. I was like at my friend's house looking at like, oh, what are some vinyl sticker options that isn't gonna cost me an arm and a leg for shipping? Because that always seems to be the case.
Well, normally they'll send them rolled up in a tube.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, most cities have some sort of sticker printing, right?
Yes. And I'm gonna
So
have to.
it
take
doesn't
some
necessarily need to be vinyl, but vinyl's better on glass.
Yes.
So
That's what my RRL
Also, if
friends
you have-
did suggest as well. That vinyl, if you're gonna stick them on tempered glass, yeah, vinyl's the way to go.
yeah, and I mean, you can get your own like vinyl and just print it off yourself, but then you'd have to go in with an X-Acto knife and carefully go around everything, which
Yeah.
is doable. It sucks and it's a lot of time, but it's doable.
Trust me, as someone who had to do like an entire Kamen Rider cosplay handmade and had to use an X-Acto knife to cut out the EVA foam. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Oh, I'm talking more like hobbying X-Acto knife, not
Yeah.
like big box cutters. I mean, like, box cutters would work. Really, any sharp razor blade would work.
Yeah, it's just those things get dulled very easily when you
Yeah.
are cutting through EVA foam. So you need to get, if you want to save money on blades, on replacement blades, you need to get like a resharpener of some sort.
I actually, because I started Warhammer recently, I went on AliExpress. Actually, it might have been Temu, and I bought like 300 of them for like $3. I'm like, I ain't fucking around.
I ain't fucking around because I don't want to find out.
I ain't playing no games, motherfucker.
I played these games before, and that's why I don't want to play them again. I'm just looking.
Ugh. But yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I think you more or less got it.
I hope so too. So, what other things would I require for a 2 PC setup?
Capture card. I mean, there's other ways of doing it, but that requires you to have a really robust Wi-Fi internet structure,
And
which not everyone has.
Well, capture card. I did have an Elgato capture card that I was using for the PS3, PS4, and PS2. I just gotta remember.
Yeah, so long as it accepts HDMI, it should be fine.
Yep, it does accept HDMI. I just need to remember where the hell did I put it. Because I did remember cleaning it up somewhere. That's a problem for future me. What time is it anyway? Oh, 10:30. That didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. I thought it took me at least 11.
Nah, there was, like I said, there wasn't that much to do.
Yeah, it was just making sure the graphic card was, being supported. Plugging in all the loose wires that we were finding on the other side of the side panel. I think that's it. I mean, I could just recheck the diagram. I mean, I guess there are plugs for a CPU 12-volt LED, but I don't think I have that, so I'm not going to worry about it. Oh yeah, there was a thing that, I think, yeah, this gaming Wi-Fi, this thing. I didn't remember that being a thing. This dongle, Wi-Fi antenna. Don't know how much use I'll be getting out of that.
I'll be real, probably none.
Yeah, because I will be using wired Ethernet cable just plug into the router. Okay, will PC2 also require to plug into the router? I'm going to...
Internet? Yes.
Yes. So I'll probably need to get a longer Ethernet cable for that.
Or a second one.
Yeah, a second one, because the first one I'll just be using for new PC, but old PC will be noticeably farther away from the router based on the shape of the desk. Is the Gundam core ready yet? We're going to go out on a limb and say yes. Yes, it is. Unfortunately, I will not be plugging it in tonight just because of the absolutely limited space in my streaming room right now. It looks like... I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It looks like an absolute mess in here. I will need to do a lot of cleaning up after this. No, I mean a lot. Yeah, the plan is actually test this out on Tuesday on my free day when I'm not concerned with going to work. And once I make sure, hey, it actually works, then I can proceed to completely overhaul my streaming room, move the old desk out, push the new desk in, rewire everything, yada yada yada. And then I need to figure out, like, what do I need to transfer to the new PC? What can I keep on the old PC? And then I guess I'll go on from there. And then the optional side quest is like, oh, I guess I can decorate my streaming room even more now that I have some new space. And then optional side quest number 2, decorate my bedroom now.
With your PC.
No, I sleep in a different room from my PC.
Put a PC in your room.
Does a smartphone count?
No.
Okay. I was kidding.
That's like that. I'm tired of big PC. Time to lay down and stare at little PC.
I mean, you say that, but that's basically what I do every night. Turn off big PC.
That's not good.
Like, turn off big PC. Leave streaming room. Go to bedroom. Look at little PC before I go to bed or fall asleep. So, tomorrow, we're going to be back here. We're going to be watching some more Zoo Danger. Next episode, a special boy makes his appearance.
Uh-oh.
I mean, that's certainly one reaction you would have to that. And then Monday, Infinite Wealth. We are freed from Dondoko Island. So we can go back to the main story. It only took a month, but hey. Listen, sometimes you just need to play some Animal Crossing to unwind.
Only sometimes, so.
Only sometimes. Sometimes you gotta go back to your crime drama. Sometimes you gotta go to Animal Crossing. Funny enough, it's in the same game. So, Sora, got any streaming plans in the future you want to talk about?
Not really. I've been pretty busy with IRL stuff. I've been trying to paint this Warhammer army for like the last little bit. I got like a week and a half to do it. So, and I was supposed to have my teeth pulled out, and that never happened because they just decided nah,
bro.
that's pretty much what it was nah. So.
Nah.
I was a little bit soured by that, but what else? Yeah, no. This month is pretty slow. It's the last day of my kid's school, and I got a lot of stuff to do. So.
Well. So when is the last day? Because I remember back in my day. It was pretty close
27th.
to like, yeah, it's pretty close to the end of June, and this is like late June, but not quite end of June.
Yeah, it's still pretty much end of June ish.
So
27th, I
to
believe.
clarify, their
So,
last
like, 2
day
weeks.
is the 27th, the Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay, that's more in line of what I was thinking. Back in
No,
my
20,
day.
27 is 27 is Friday.
You're right. My mistake. Yeah, that's more in line of what we had back in my day. Yeah, we went pretty much to the end of June. I thought they were getting off, this coming week, but that's my mistake. That's my misunderstanding.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
All right.
that's pretty much it for me.
All right. Since you helped me, you helped guide me through this PC building stream. Is there anyone you would like to raid?
So Darkson_13 is playing Elden Ring Night Rain, and it's currently their birthday was Wednesday or Thursday, I think.
Say no more. We're raiding Darkson.
So,
All right. Well, thank you, Sora, for being a great help. Thank you, chat, for putting up with my bullshit once again as I make my way through this PC building stream.
sorry.
I mean, if that was just a hiccup, there's not really much to apologize for.
No, I sneezed.
Oh. Again, my statement stands. That's not really something you really need to apologize for. I mean, it's allergy season. It's pretty fucking bad out there. Plenty of people have been
Yeah,
sick,
but I
myself
I
included.
could have muted, but didn't.
I mean, sneezes are pretty sudden. You have very little reaction time. But yeah, we're raiding out. We're gonna raid Darkson. So good night, everyone, and remember to stay prime.
Well.